Hello World of Warcraft, this is Sinan with the WoW Dungeon, and in this video I'm going to be giving you a PvP guide for a survival hunter. This is a basic overview of damage and being effective in PvP environments. Now to start off, obviously the most basic thing about a survival hunter, is that he is a rugged tracker who favors using animal venom, explosives, and traps as deadly weapons. Essentially, you're a dot class, and what dot means, it's a damage over time, and essentially you have a few main abilities, and that main ability is Black Arrow and Explosive Shot. Now, on top of Black Arrow and Explosive Shot, you also have Serpent Sting, and that gets applied via your Arcane Shot. So you have three main dots that you should be looking to maintain as much as possible. So let's get into the overall damage rotation. If you've seen my talent tree video, you already know that you should be taking Murder of Crows and Glaive Toss. For the maximum amount of damage, the highest priority will be to have Murder of Crows rolling, along with Black Arrow. Your hardest hitting instant ability is Explosive Shot, so that comes next, followed by Glaive Toss and Serpent Sting. Glaive Toss and Serpent Sting are equally valuable. The reason why Arcane Shot is so low is because it takes so much focus. The only real time, well, I'll get into the Arcane Shot later. So that is the general priority. A lot of questions that I constantly see is about the dot effect from Explosive Shot. Some people ask, when they get the lock and load proc, which gives you 2 extra charges of Explosive Shot, which makes them also free. Let's see if we can get one. Okay, I got one now, last 15 seconds. Do I have to wait for the dot to go off so I can maximize the amount of damage? And the answer is no. As you can see right there, the dot just rolled over. So if I just spam the ability, it'll allow me to get the exact same amount of damage, only it'll do it much more immediately. Like, I can just dump the entire thing and get all of the damage out, so that way I can be going off doing other things. So if you get a lock and load proc and you're looking to do a lot of damage, dump it. Just dump all of it. Next, Arcane Shot. Arcane Shot cost 30 focused. Without a proc from Thrill the Hunt, watch. 3 shots and I'm gone. I have nothing left to give. A third shot, another shot after when it goes back to 30, and you got nothing that you can do without a proc. So why use Arcane Shot? Well, if you get a proc, you can use it. It still takes priority underneath Explosive Shot. It can go above Glaive Toss at that point. However, if you need to apply Serpent Sting, and you're around 70 to 100 focus and could use a dump, use it. Use it to apply the Serpent Sting, or if you just simply need to reapply it and it gets low and you have enough focus to spare. Otherwise, without a Thrill the Hunt proc, it really isn't worth it to be using it. Like right now, if I dump it, I have 15 focus, and I can kind of use it. Yeah, okay, it worked there. However, most of the time it doesn't work that cleanly, especially in a PvP environment where a lot of things are happening at once. So, continuing. Let's say you're in an actual PvP environment. I just gave you the rotation, the priority. Are you just going to dump that into everybody you see? Well, no, that's probably not the smartest thing to do. And the reason why is because some people can have buffs on them, or HOTS, which are heals over time, that will mitigate a lot of that maximum damage. Your damage is really strong, but somebody who doesn't have any protection on them is going to go down relatively fast from your damage. Relatively fast for a kind of dot class. You can do a lot of damage, but if they're mitigating it, it's not as helpful. So what's really good to do is to have your Black Arrow rolling, you have Serpent Sting rolling as well, and to dump your focus with Arcane Shots until they are cleared of all purgeable HOTS and buffs like bubbles. So I'm going to go through an example right now. I'm going to make sure that I get my Black Arrow back up. I'm going to get Serpent Sting up. I'm going to pool a little focus, and then I'm going to dump. I'm going to hold on to this proc right here. I'm going to use my Freezing Trap, and then use Murder of Crows and just start dumping all of my damage. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. I have everything. The stars aligned. I got both of these procs going. Everything lined up, and I just did a crap ton of damage within that 8-second time frame. Crap ton of damage. And if someone extended that CC chain, my Crows would have run its full duration, and I would have been able to continue doing damage. That was perfect right there. That's exactly what you want to happen, is to dump all your trank shots until they are completely purged, which takes knowledge on your part to know what you need to purge and what has been purged. And then use your Freezing Trap to get your focus back instantly, which is applied via the set bonus that you get. So when your Freezing Trap activates, you gain 50 focus. And then do your damage. Big time damage. Mean, scary damage. And that's about it. That's pretty much all you need to know for a survival hunter. Lastly, the stats. A lot of people always want to know, what stats do I need? Personally, I think Blizzard has done a good job about not making you have to swing one way or the other with stats. Stats are, they don't go up and down as much as they did in like Mists of Pandaria or earlier expansions, from what I hear, since I only played in Mists of Pandaria. The stats, main stats that you want to go for is versatility and then mastery. You would think it would be Multistrike because the bonuses that you get as a survivalist, it increases damage of your Multistrike by 20%. However, the problem with Multistrike in PvP is that Multistrike gives you a chance to hit 2 more times at like 36% value, which is like 72% extra damage. 72% damage, excuse me. However, in PvP, it's cut in half, and you only get 1 extra attack, which really isn't as helpful as just flat overall damage, which is what versatility gives you, and which is really great for a dot class because you have these ticks of damage. If each tick of damage is doing 3% more, that adds up very quickly. On top of that, your mastery will also increase all your magical damage that you deal, which is your Black Arrow and your Explosive Shot. That should be self-explanatory in the sense that that will really help you to do a lot more damage. And the last thing I want to touch on, I hope you joined in the video, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. Maybe I didn't cover something that you want to know about. I hope I covered all the bases. If not, I'm always available to chat. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.